And I'll just start again. I will just come off stream for a second. Evening. How are we? Yeah, you'll get sound. Just bear with me. The sound will catch up. Yeah, how the hell are you? You all right? Yeah, I'm going to do it again. Awesome, Dad. Look, it says I'm awesome. And I didn't actually buy that myself. Yeah, I may as well get the technical problems out the way first. I do know that I said. I hope you can get sound now. You can hear me sound. You must be able to hear me now. You must be able to hear me. Tell me that you can hear me. I know you can. I'll stop talking. Tell me that you can hear me. You can, because I've unmuted it. I'm just going to make sure now. See, now you've got me concerned. You can hear me now. Yeah, good stuff. What was I going to say? Yeah, you're probably thinking, this bastard said that he's going to cut back on his live streams. And yeah, I plan to do that. Got my Christmas socks. But you know what? This is what happens. This is why I don't like Christmas. When you get to a certain age, you either get chocolate. Evening, Jovan, just across from Mr. Connolly's stream. Excellent. This is the kind of shite that you get for Christmas. Christmas socks. Really? Yeah, I've got to say that was not... Christmas socks was not the worst present. The worst present Christmas present I got this year, and I shit you not, was a little plaque about that size, made of wood, and it said it's got a little piece of string, and you're supposed to hang it up in your kitchen, and it said, "Smile while you still have teeth." Yeah, that was a Christmas present. Smile while you still have teeth, or was it your own teeth? And I'm like, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, anyway, yeah, listen, thanks for tuning in tonight. If you're wondering who Jovan is, he's one of Dave Connolly's viewers. Now, if you don't know who Dave Connolly is, he tunes into my channel quite a lot. He's a fellow Scot. His second name, I hope he doesn't... Well, he'll not mind me saying this because his YouTube channel is called Dave Connolly, so I have to presume that Dave's second name is indeed Connolly. And you know what? He reminds me of Billy Connolly. He's Dave's channel. In fact, Jovan, you might be able to actually expand. Dave did say he's maybe going to be coming over later on. I think he's meeting his mum for a fish supper, he was telling us. Anyway, yeah... Dave, as all I can say is he's a programmer. He programs stuff, and it doesn't mean anything to me at all. I tune into Dave's live streams regularly, and I don't understand a single thing that he does. But you know what? His patter is just absolutely sublime. He is so funny. He's a naturally funny person, and like I said, I would never ever watch a programming channel because it means not a jot. But when somebody is as entertaining as Dave is, he just talks. He just talks pish like me. It might be a Scottish thing, I don't know. But yeah, his channel. If Dave does come into the channel, please go and take a look. I mean, you'll not mind me saying this. His channel is not for everybody, the same as my channel is not for a lot of people. But Dave's channel is it's very niche. Very, very niche. Yeah, there you go. Jovan is saying Dave makes a new framework for PHP called Trongate. Which still means absolutely nothing. But yeah, he's a really cool dude. He's excellent. He really is. And Dave has been, I mean, I've met a lot of negative people in my life. You get a lot of negativity wherever you go. You'll always get people that will tell you shouldn't do things. You shouldn't do this because you shouldn't leave your job because the new job might be rubbish and you might end up out of job and you'll lose your house. and all this sort of stuff. There's loads of negative people. Dave is quite simply probably the most optimistic, positive bloke I have ever actually known. And I know a lot of people. He really is. He's such a positive person, and yeah, he's. I don't know why, but he does. He does seem to like my channel. Fuck knows why. I don't know why at all. Before I forget, Dave. Dave did ask me now. Apologies, right now. You can if anybody that's a regular on this channel wants to go and put the kettle on, piss off for 10 minutes, make a cup of tea, then go do it now because you've heard the story a million times. But Dave was asking me, how did I become known as Meme Meister? Like I said, I've recounted this, I've regaled this tale many, many, many times. 1990. Just imagine, turn the clock back to 1997. I had just got the internet. My dad actually was the first person I knew to get the internet. Oh, bugger off, Dale. Away and get the kettle on. Away and make your mum a piece of toast or something. Uh, it's a question I've been asked. So anyway, yeah, it was 1997. I had just got the internet, dial up. You know, you had to unplug the TV, unplug the phone, and plug your internet in. And you're very yeah. Listen, in fact, you know what? Dale is apparently, I think, what age are you, Dale? You 59, 60? I think we should sing to Dale. It was Dale's birthday on Monday. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dale boy. Happy birthday to you. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of sorry, Archie, us. Yeah, Dell's birthday on Monday. He kept that one quiet, sneaky bastard. Anyway, yeah, what was I talking about? 1997. I had just got the internet, and the first thing I did was I logged into. What did I log into? I logged into, was it Yahoo? Probably. That was before Google, and I just typed in Commodore 64, and no, wait a minute. I digress. Well, no, I don't digress. Anyway, I typed in Commodore 64, and then it came up Jeff Minter, and I thought, oh, wait a minute. I wonder what Jeff Minter's still doing. Because always I was aware of Jeff Minter from Zap magazine. Excuse me. So I clicked on Jeff Minter, and within a few minutes, I was taken to this website called Yak Yak, which was a forum. I don't think you even get forums. Forums were like the precursor to Facebook and Discord sort of thing. And yeah, so anyway, I joined said forum. Well, sorry, I tell a lie. I tried to join the forum, and it asked me for a username, and I'm like, does that mean name? So I put in my name, and it came up. You can't use that, and I thought, oh right, okay, what can I do? Right, I'll put in something original. And I thought, what can I call myself? Then I thought to myself, wait a minute. I had literally just a few weeks prior to this, one of my mates told me about. He phoned me and says, by the way, you are going to literally, you're going to. I'm not going to be rude. You're going to get extremely excited. Something like that. He said, when I tell you what I have got for you, and it was a couple of floppy disks. Now, I wouldn't normally get excited with a floppy disk. Then he expanded. He says, these discs have got arcade games on them. And I'm like, what do you mean they've got arcade games? He says, the actual arcade games. I says, what are you talking about? He says, the actual arcade games. It says Space Invaders, Galaxian. He says the actual arcade games on floppy disks. Now I could not figure out. I couldn't grasp what he meant because I'd never heard of an emulator before. Um, so anyway, yeah. Fast forward 3 or 4 days, my mate came up with the discs, and we popped them into the DOS PC. Booted the PC up. It just goes to a cursor thing, black screen, and we typed in meme.exe space / Galaxian, I think it was. And then, boof, there we go. There was a boot screen to Galaxian. Then, within a few seconds, there it was. And consider my jaw dropped. Yeah, I could not grasp that this was actually the arcade game running on my computer. I couldn't grasp that this was a thing. So anyway, yeah, that was MAME. That's what later became MAME. So yeah, fast forward back to me trying to log into Yak Yak. So I thought, right, yeah, but the same mate that gave me the discs, he was like every PC person. Yeah, you're ecstatic. Dell is here till Tuesday, mate. May Meister is so old that Laurel and Hardy was at #1 at the box office, and the Model T car they drove was in the car showroom to purchase. Well, trust me, when Dell was around, the Model T car was a prototype, and Laurel and Hardy, they didn't even exist because they were still in nappies. So get it right up you. Uh, if you stop interrupting me, then I'll get to the end of the story. So anyway, yeah, back to where was I? Back to Yak Yak, and yeah, my mate Grant, he was right into Doom, and if you don't know this, when you kill somebody in Doom, it's called a frag, and he called himself the Fragmeister. Now I don't know what Meister. You know what? I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google and see what Meister actually means. Now, if it's something cheeky, then I'm not going to tell you. Meister, let's have a look. There you go. Meister, denoting a person skilled or prominent in a specified area of activity. For example, the Funkmeister. So there you go. I am particularly skilled and prominent in MAME. Not really, but anyway, yeah. So he was called the Fragmeister. So I thought, wait a minute, I could call myself Meme Meister. So I typed it in, and that was it. That was it. I was known as the Meme Meister. I'm not the Meme Meister. I was known as Meme Meister, and that was it. And if you, I mean, let's just have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. If I type in Meme Meister into Google, it says here there's 17,100 results. Most of them probably videos, but anyway, there you go. There was actually I was on a forum of some sort a couple of years ago, and I went to register and I put in Meme Meister. I don't know why I'm doing that. Like it's like Blackpool garlic bread. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyway, I typed in my username, and it came up. This username has been taken, and it turns out that some other bastard had actually used the name Mainmeister, which I was actually quite pissed off about it. But yeah, I think it's safe to say if you type in Mainmeister, you'll it's going to be me. So there you go. That was that. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a little drink with my awesome dad mug. So yeah, getting back on track, you were telling me about. Now, see, the thing is, when Dale was young, they weren't called Werther's Originals. They were simply called Werther's. Yeah. Yeah, you're saying why is this guy doing live streams when he said he doesn't want to do live streams, and that is partly true. Well, I did indeed say I don't want to do as many would you call it live streams, but it's mainly the gaming ones because well we know it all got a bit stale, it all got a bit dull, and I was just getting fed up of it. Hence the reason I'm not going to be doing Sunday live streams all the time. There will be one this Sunday. I am going to change it now. I know it might not suit everybody, but tough. It's my channel. I'll do it as and when. At the end of the day, if you don't see it live, you can watch it, recorded. You can watch it and catch up. Um, yeah, it's going to be when I do them, I'm probably going to go for 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock because when I was doing them later on, I know it kind of fits in with people. People can get their tea and settle down and watch my shit videos. But for me, I felt that when I was doing it till sort of 9 o'clock, 7 till 9, by the time I switched it off and all that kind of stuff, got my work stuff together, it was like it was almost time for bed. And you know what it's like on a Friday, you're always full of the joys of the weekend just round the corner. On a Sunday night, I genuinely get down and fed up because you've got work the next day, and so doing a live stream till 9 o'clock at night and then thinking, oh god, I've got my work coming up soon. Yeah, it's going to be, if I'm going to do them, I'll probably do them 6 till 8. So there is going to be one this coming Sunday, 6 o'clock till 8. I've posted it on Facebook. By the way, I mean I don't know if I've mentioned this, is irrelevant. I've not closed Facebook, but I've deleted the app off my phone because I was just getting, it just kind of hit me just how much. That reminds me of a pun. What was it? I saw a boomerang. I saw a boomerang getting flung in the air, and I was wondering how long it would take before it hit me. And then it hit me. I didn't tell that very well. Anyway, it's a shit pun. Um, what was I talking about? Can't remember. Yeah, Facebook. I just found I was spending all this time looking at pictures and profiles of people that I don't even know, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing with myself? It is the futility of Facebook. Absolutely, Ox. That's exactly what it is. It's pointless. Facebook is a wonderful thing. It's great for putting links up to say, I'm going to do a video at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. It's great for putting a picture of your granny's 100th birthday. It's great for sharing things with like-minded people and, hobbies. It's great if somebody goes missing. This is a true story. One of my mate's son went missing. Sons went missing about 10 years ago, and we all posted it on Facebook, and within about an hour, somebody had actually seen a post, and he'd been staying at his pal's house, and without Facebook, we wouldn't have known that. All right, he would have turned. He would have turned up eventually. But yeah, Facebook has got its uses. It's great for sharing information. But this bollocks about this is what I'm having for my tea tonight, or my pet hate people that have a picture of two glasses of champagne intertwined, holding the glasses of his and hers champagne, or a picture of somebody's legs on a sun lounger with the swimming pool in the background, and they say life is good. And you're like, fuck you. You don't know what's going on in anybody else's life, and they're saying life is good, arse. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Facebook at all. So I have deleted the app on my phone, and yeah, I've kept it on the computer because obviously I still like to be able to put post links to when I'm going to be doing going online and that kind of stuff. So yeah, not a fan of Facebook. So anyway, listen, is there any? I'm just looking at Dell's feeble attempts to try and be funny here. Yep, that went nowhere. Unlike the boom, I can't remember. I can't remember what the pun was. Anyway, it was shit. Yeah, you know what? Facebook is. It's people. I always think people that post on Facebook a lot of the time, they don't give a shit that there's people out there, you know, perhaps on their own, perhaps contemplating suicide. They're maybe just been diagnosed with cancer. They might be on their own at Christmas time, and they're putting pictures. Don't get me wrong. It's if you're sharing it with small groups of people, but you need to be aware of your audience. You know, what I mean, you need to remember that not everybody's got big families. Not everybody's got a job. Not everybody's you know, there's people in worse situations, and sometimes I think there is a lot of it's just kind of idle boasting. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of where Facebook can be. Maybe it's not meant as that. I mean, I've excuse me, I mean, I used to post quite a lot on Facebook, but it always had a point. It always had a point. You've seen that part in the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles where Steve Martin basically tells John Candy, he tears up his shreds and he says, "You're the most boring person ever. You come out with these anecdotes and stories, at least have a point. Have a point to it." You know what I mean? And that's where I am with Facebook. You know, people just put up mind-numbingly boring shit about, I don't know, the ones that really get on my nerves, and maybe I'm just being a grumpy old bastard, probably am, is when people put down my absolutely beautiful daughter has just graduated at university. Yeah, by all means, put a picture of her up and say, "Yep, I'm so proud of my daughter for graduating." But people insist on putting the stunningly beautiful and all this bollocks. You know, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to get off my high horse for a second. Stephen's asking, have you still got at least one Spectrum, having sold your Spectrum Next? I do, Stephen. I've got that, which is my Spectrum laptop, and I've also got a Just Specky, which was a machine that came out. It came out. When did it come out? About 3-4 years ago, and it's basically a ZX Spectrum. It's got the 48K rubber keyboard, but it's a brand new. Um, Inside, everything is brand new. It's got. Has it got one? I can't remember. Let me have a wee look. I can't remember if it's got just specky spec. I think, yeah, you know what? I think it. I am sure. Yeah, there it's there. There it's there. I'm not going to let you see a picture of it because it's. In fact, yeah, I will. Hang on, 2 ticks. I'm just going to. I'm just going to let you. Right, wait a minute. I need to move that over there, like so. And then what I need to do is do share screen. Yeah, there it's there. The Just Specky. It's a Spectrum, but it's got a brand new motherboard. It's got it's a clone of the Spectrum Plus 128. It fits inside the 48K or 16K thing. It's got an SD card reader there. It's got VGA out. It also outputs the sound to the TV. Yeah, so I bought one of these a couple of years ago. I don't really use it, but I'll probably bring it through. And because now that I don't have my Spectrum Next, am I? Do I regret selling the Spectrum Next? Not at all. Absolutely not at all. But yeah, it's great. I don't know if you can still buy them. I can't remember how much it costs. Yeah, it's there by a guy called Zaxxon. I don't know, but yeah, it's great. It's obviously it doesn't do anything It's not a Spectrum Next. It's not just Specky. It's not a Spectrum Next, but it's like the best Spectrum you can buy with a SD card and all that kind of stuff. So really, really nice. So I've got that, and I says I've also got my little Spectrum laptop thing, whatever it's called. So yep, all good. Colin's asking question: are you not going to get a VR headset and join Zuckerberg's new metaverse? Who needs real life? You mean my plus my VR? What's it called? VR2. Yeah, I've had that. I bought that. I bought the original VR headset about 2 3 years ago, and then I got the second one about I don't know 6 months ago. I haven't used it for a wee while, I'll be honest, but it's great. It's definitely not a novelty. It's a really, really, really good thing. Yeah, why did he change the name to Meta? That's a bizarre thing. Right, Steve is evening, Stevie. How are you, buddy? 8-bit Steve's asking best game by Don Priestley in your opinion. I'll be honest with you, Steve. I'm not really. I always think. Let me just have a quick look. Priest. I was going to type in Dennis Priestley. He is. Don Priestley. Yeah, there we go. I always think. I always think that when people talk about Don Priestley, I always imagine the Spectrum because I think, in fact, there you go. He didn't actually. He didn't actually do any games. He did games for the ZX81. He did what else? All these games were in the Spectrum. He did 3D Tanks, Meteoroids, Dictator, Maziacs, Jumbly, never heard of that one, Spawn of Evil, Minder. I'm guessing that might be your favourite one, Steve. Popeye, Benny Hill's Madcap Chase, The Trapdoor, Flunky, through the trapdoor, target up for grabs, and Gregory loses his clock. Clock, I said. Like Del Boy, the only one that I'm familiar with. I mean, I've seen screenshots of like Popeye, and I've played Maziacs. I think I've played that in a live stream. Um, the trapdoor, it was impressive. It was really impressive looking, massive graphics. Um, Here's the thing. I don't know what age I would be. I was an adult when games like that came out. And in fact, when did it come out? 1986. I was an adult. I was going to the pub and getting drunk and chasing women. So I had no interest in playing a game based on a kid's program. I think it was kind of one of these. It was like Morph, although it was for kids. If you're an adult, you enjoyed it as well. But yeah, I wasn't really. I couldn't say. I couldn't say I'm really best placed to comment, Steve, because I never really played them. I did buy the Trapdoor when it came out in the C64, but I think it was better. I think it played better on the Spectrum. Yeah, let's. LFC Gamer and Vlogs. He's asking, what do you think is the worst arcade conversion on the Commodore 64? That is, that is an easy one. Well, you know what? It's going to be. I think it's going to be a split decision. It's either going to be Hard Driving by Domark, or it's going to be Cisco Heat by US Gold, I think. Do we really want to see? Let's see if I can bring up. Let's see if I can bring up one of my videos. I may as well use my own video so I don't get hit for copyright. Hang on, 2 ticks. Yeah, both of them were absolutely abysmal. Right, hard Oh, wait a minute. Worst. Da, 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 da. 10 of the worst video games ever. I can't remember if I've actually. Let me have a quick look and see if I can find them. Right. Doesn't matter. Listen, it really doesn't matter at all. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, there's a lot of them. I did do a video with Lycosa back in September 19, the 10 worst arcade games. These were the 10 worst arcade game home conversions ever. Yeah, Cisco Heat is it is atrocious, but you know what? Hard driving is just as bad. It is deplorable. Both god awful. Really, really bad. I'm going to stop using bandwidth playing that video. I'll just close that down like so. Yeah, there was a lot. Trust me, there was an absolute lot. Right, I did write down some bullet points. Um, on a personal level, I don't know why. I was talking to Del Boy a couple of days ago, and I don't know how we got into it, but we started talking about wills and pensions and all that. I don't know why. Maybe I was just feeling. I was just feeling. I was just feeling a bit mortal. And yeah, I've been kind of giving my pensions a bit of a think, and I've been thinking about I need to get a will done as well. I don't know why. I've always been trying to avoid things like that because you think, well, if I start thinking about funeral plans, I've actually not reached that stage yet. I've not received any funeral plans yet. Though you know what, interesting the fact that I'm talking on social media. Um, if I'm going to start getting them. But yeah, I've been thinking about that. So yeah, I need to get that sorted. One thing interesting, I know Dell's a big comic fiend, or he's just a fiend. Um, I saw a thing today in the news, and let's see if we can find it actually. Uh, right, there we go. There we go. Right, I'm going to be advertising Sky News. Yeah, this. There you go. Somebody, please explain this to me. Spider-Man, single page of comic. Yep, single page of comic sells for more than $3 million. Now, my first thought was, well, I suppose how many people have got a comic from 1902? Nope, this was a 1984 comic. A single page from 1984 Spider-Man comic has sold for 3.36 million, all because he's in black and white. Really? I absolutely struggle to even comprehend why that would be something. Well, that says that, I don't know. I'm not really into. Evening, Tommy. How are you, buddy? I'm really not into. I'm not into comic books or anything. But yeah, a single page sells for $3 million. Surely there must have been. I mean, Dale, you can maybe expand. Is that comic? I'm assuming it must be extremely rare, or is there is there a particular reason why this one page sold for all of that? It's a single page of original artwork by Mike Zeck and is a panel that showed the alien costume. But surely there must have been thousands of these sold. I mean, obvious question, Dale. Have you got that comic? Yeah, insane. I'm going to stop talking about it. Absolutely insane. The world has gone mad, and I just hope, even in Alan, I just hope that whoever's bought that, I'm being nasty. I was going to say, I just hope that when they try and sell it, people will go, "You're having a laugh, mate. It's a piece of paper. I'll give you 50 quid for it." As Steve says, it's insane. As Peter Andre would say, insania. Yeah, so that was a comic thing. I can't remember. There was a at Christmas time. My girlfriend was asking me, "What do you want for Christmas?" And well, if I knew now, I would have said a 1984 comic. But anyway, um, and I couldn't, video game wise, I just couldn't think of anything that I was wanting. Really couldn't think of anything at all because I've kind of got. Oh, look, she got me this. I thought that was really nice. A little Pac-Man. Look at it. That's nice. Ghost Pixel Brick. She's a very, very thoughtful sort, so she is. Um, yeah, I couldn't think of anything. So I didn't get any. I didn't ask. What did I get? Well, I got some non-gaming related stuff. But then I was fun enough on Facebook. Evening, Miss Brereton. How the hell are you? I noticed. Yeah, typical woman. You like to turn up late. Don't know what that's all about. You've missed the best part. You've missed the first 40 minutes. Sheesh. Um, what was I talking about? Yeah. One of my mates put a picture of what the bloody hell is it called? I was trying to do a search on it just before I kind of came online. It's not the Ever. Is it EverDrive, EverGear, Ever something? It's a little cartridge, not a cartridge. It's a little console that you get cartridges released for it, and oh, excellent, fantastic, Holly. That sounds good. Right, I'm going to stop what I'm talking about. As you know, there's a certain game called Way of the Exploding Pish, and it features me and all my pixel handsomeness, and it's set over. I think it's set back in the 80s. It's going to be over. I think Holly said it was going to be. I think Holly said it was going to be 15 screens or something. Holly, was it something like that? Can't remember exactly. Now we did actually get a feature. We did feature in one of the Zap magazines, which was excellent. I think it was the November Zap magazine. There was a little preview. Now, obviously, we've had Christmas. Holly got COVID. Holly's been moving house. So yeah, she's been quite busy, which is absolutely no excuse at all. Sorry, I forgot to say, Holly is the sole programmer. She's doing all the graphics herself. She's doing the coding herself. She's being hindered with me. So yeah, excellent, Holly. If there's a little beta coming out, that'd be wonderful. But yeah, I'm daft excited to see this game. I've tried to kind of I've tried to kind of take a bit of pressure off Holly and stop going on about it all the time. But as I can't remember who said that, but it will be ready when it's ready. Was that Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump's mum, possibly? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. That's absolutely awesome. Now, if you don't know, if you've never seen Dale before, Dale is a devilishly handsome bloke like myself. He's a bit older than me. Well, at least he looks a lot older. And yeah, well, I get Dale onto the occasional live streams, not because he's particularly entertaining, in fact, far from it. It's because he always has a film on. He's got the expensive Sky. So what I tend to do is I don't tell Dale that. We'll say, right, guys, what film do we want to watch tonight? And then we'll get Dale to put it on. So yeah, Dale always has. He appears in the channel, but more importantly, he always has a film on the background. And yeah, Dell's mum has occasionally stole the scene. She photobombs big style, but she's wonderful. Dell's mum, she's absolutely brilliant. I think she's in her 90s. Dell, if I'm not wrong in thinking. Um, so yeah, There you go. Dell's mum's even in Way of the Exploding Pish. I think that must be, if this game comes to fruition, which I don't have any doubt that it's going to be. I would probably be safe to think to say that Dell's mum would be probably the oldest person to appear in an 8-bit video game. Yeah, that is that. That is awesome. She did photo. She did photobomb our Hogmanay special. I'm sure she appeared to say hello as well. Uh, so anyway, listen, Holly. Can't wait to see what you've got. Please, please, please send it over. Anyway, I digress. What was I talking about? I was talking about. So I can't even remember. I can't remember because Holly has just completely. She's just burst where I was going. What was I talking about? Can anybody remember what I was talking about? Yeah, Evergear or whatever it's called. It's a console that you put in cartridges, and I think you would you call it. Each cartridge has like Pac-Man, Rolling Thunder. It has a number of games in it. There's Namco's and all that kind of stuff. I can't remember what it's called. If anybody can remember, please let me know. I'm sure it's Evergear, Everdrive, Ever something or another. Come on, somebody tell me. I'm kind of strangely interested to know what it's like. I don't know. I don't know why I would even contemplate buying something like that. Evercade. Thank you, Mr. Elliott. Evercade. What did I put in Everdrive? Yeah, Evercade. Thanks, Stevie. Or Stevie said it's called Evercade. Evercade. Yeah. Has anybody in here got it at all? 8-bit Steve Evercade had one in eBay that, as most of the good games are crap versions. So like Canon, Fodder, and Sensei are the console versions. Right. So do you know? I didn't actually realise that you had. So do the compilations then, Steve? Are they based on certain like platforms? So do you get like a Mega Drive one and an Amiga one then? Um, is it worth getting, Steve? I know you're not. You're saying you're not a massive fan of it. I don't know. I think I'm one of these people. I'm always kind of looking. I'm always looking for something else to. I'm thinking, right, what can I buy? What can I buy? I don't really need it. Thanks, Alan. Yep. Alan has just told me it's called the Evercade. Cheers, Alan. Yeah, I mean, I'm meant to be getting a Mister and all that bollocks whenever the parts decide to come into stock. So I don't know. If anyone's got one, let me know if they're any good. Yeah, please let me know. Wait a minute. I'm just conscious there was I think I saw a couple of questions. Hang on. Get my man boobs out of shot. Was it a question? I think I'm sure Ox did he not send a question? Stephen's mentioning here. Have you seen the price of an Amiga 1200 these days? Megabucks. What kind of price are they going for, Stephen? Just I'm curious. It helps if you can spell eBay. Let me just have a quick look. Amiga A1200. As we know, a price on eBay doesn't necessarily mean that's what it's going for. Interesting, Stevie. I've got one. Games are quite pish. Right, okay, listen. That's enough. I'm not really interested. Yeah, there you go. Amiga 1200 pre-owned. And the guy can't even be... The guy... Right, let me bring up... We'll give this guy a bit of a shout out. There you go. If you want to buy an ups... I see, I would buy that. but it's upside down now. Look at it. Is it me or does that look heavily stained? That looks horrible. Excuse me. Make it full screen. There you go. £300. You having a laugh? Well, you know what? There you go. He's got 1 day, 19 hours, and he's the oh wait a minute. There is a bid. Holy shit! There is one bid. Somebody's actually bidded £300. Let me see. There you go. Amiga 1200. Right. Okay. Fair enough. This, to be fair, this one does have an accelerator card. I never really. Cheers, Jason. Yep. I actually got this from. It was at one of my daughter's friends in America came across to see us a few years ago, and they brought it. So I love it. Yeah. I never really see the point of an accelerator in Amiga because the games were every Amiga was the same, and the games are programmed for a fixed piece of hardware. So I never really understood why you would want to put an accelerator in it, other than play maybe 3D games a bit quicker. But yeah, this one does have an accelerator, a 6 gig hard drive. Right? Okay, that one does have some extra stuff. So we'll give this guy a shout. Say Step. Does anybody notice I've sold quite a few things in eBay, rather reluctantly, because Gumtree's a waste of time. You just get people that say they want stuff and they're never interested. I've sold my Vectrex on eBay. I sold my Sharp X, not Sharp X. I wish. I sold my Sword M5 on eBay. I sold a pair of boots that I bought Eva for a Christmas a couple of years ago. It's not too bad, to be fair. I actually quite like the fact that you get the money paid in your account. Yeah, you do pay. You basically take 20% off what it sells for, and that's kind of what you get in your pocket. But I've noticed a kind of, it's not a worrying trend. People simply do not leave feedback. They never ever leave feedback anymore, which is a shame when you're selling like a really high priced item. I mean, I sold my Spectrum Next. I sold that on eBay. Like I said, I sold my Vectrex, which went for a few quid. Even in Shinobi. So I've sold quite a few high value items, and I've taken a lot of time to package them up really well, and you don't even get any feedback now. So it's kind of got to a point I'm thinking, well, you know what? If people can't be bothered leaving me feedback, then I'm not going to bother. I honestly, I can't. The stuff that I've sold in eBay, I've maybe sold, I don't know, 100 things in the last 2 years. I'd be lucky if you get even 10% people leaving feedback now. Don't know why. So anyway, if you want to buy, I could thoroughly recommend this computer. However, it is upside down. So just bear that in mind. If you're going to buy this, you are going to get an upside down A1200. Quick look, there we go. Amiga 1200, 8 meg upgrade, 500 quid. Greedy bastard. I mean, really? Really? £950? Jesus. But then that means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. There you go. It's got all the bells and whistles. Great shape. It's been recapped. Well, any monkey apart from me can recap anything. Third party PSU, well, whatever. Floppy drives, working minds works. Yeah, so it's an Amiga 1200 with a few extra things, and he's wanting 950 quid for it. You're never ever going to get that, mate. So there you go. There's an idea of 700 quid. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, going to take that like so. Get me back up again. Yeah, mental. Right, hang on. I'll just see a couple of questions. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother with the Evercade anymore. I've heard the fact that a couple of people, the fact that Steven says it's pish, then I really don't want to. Tommy's saying there he wishes he still had his old Amstrad. I did. I never had an Amstrad back in the day. Um, I managed to buy one. I bought one off a mate. Oh man, when would that be? Probably about 7 years ago. I got it for 60 quid, and that was with it was the one with the yellow. The yellow? It was the one with the colour monitor, and it came with hundreds of games, and I think I got it for 60 quid, and then I sold it a few years later for 100 quid. Wish I'd kept it, but the only thing is I didn't have any space to kind of put the monitor. But I do have an Amstrad CPC 464, and I've got one of the modern plugs, SCART oblique power pack, so I can plug it into my sword Sony TV. Even I can't speak tonight. Dell used to use his accelerator in his last Amiga because he used the Graphics Studio and video stuff. Does anybody remember the toaster? Me and a few mates did a couple of home videos where I attempted to act, and we did various comic sketches. If I was really pushed, in fact, maybe here's the thing: if we do, I keep getting asked about, am I going to do another? Am I going to do another 12-hour live stream for charity? I think we will. I think we will get it done. And what I could maybe do is, if we get a certain amount of money raised, I will show in full the video that me and three mates put together. I would technically have to ask their permission. Back in 1988. Now I know a lot of you probably weren't even born in 1988. I'd actually been down to see Guns N' Roses. See, that's my boasting kudos. I can tell people that talk about they saw Jimi Hendrix at I was going to say Glastonbury. People who saw Jimi Hendrix at what do you call it? Bloody hell! What's the name of that big festival? The one where apparently, if you remember it, you weren't there. Woodstock. Yeah, my kind of boasting rights as I saw Kiss, Iron Maiden, and Guns N' Roses. I saw Guns N' Roses on their very, very first appearance in the UK down at Castle Donington. I don't know why I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, yeah, so just at that time, me and three mates put together a series of comic sketches that we had written ourselves. And we hired a video camera, big fuck off video camera. We had to hire it from a hire shop, and I think it was something ridiculous like 200 quid for the weekend. We had to pay for it, and yeah, we made a series of videos. So maybe if I get a live stream, maybe I can, if we get enough money, maybe we've got to hit £100 or something. I will show that in its entirety, so you can see me with a mullet. Right, GTB Films. He's one of my mates. Alan, have you owned or tried the Magstick plus switchable joystick in a MAME cab? Magstick, Alan, I have no. Right. Apparently, you can lift and twist to switch it from a 4-way to an 8-way stick. I'm wondering if they're any good. Well, actually, Alan, my Mike Hansen, who's made quite a few of my joysticks, he. I'm trying to think. I mean, not so much my MAME cab, but Mike made me it's an all-in-one arcade stick with a Raspberry Pi inside, and Mike supplied. No, in fact, wait a minute. No, it is. It is. Yeah, I'm sure in my MAME cab, I can swap it out. Yeah, I can. He's given me the little bit that I can drop in, so I can basically make it 4-way or 2-way, which is excellent. I haven't. I'll be honest, Alan. I haven't actually heard of a mag stick. The thing is, it. What I always think about, how many games use 4-way only. Let me try and name them. There's probably a lot more, but the ones that I can think of, you've got technically you've got things like Galaxian, Move Left and Right, Space Invaders. You've got Pac-Man. You've got Donkey Kong. I don't know, something like Mr. Do's Castle, Mr. Do, are they 4-way possibly? The thing is, unless you were particularly good at a game, I don't think you would really notice that much difference. Yeah, obviously, if you put John Studley in front of a Pac-Man cabinet and you put the joystick onto 8-way rather than 4-way, which the original Pac-Man was, you'll probably find that would be the difference between John getting a perfect Pac-Man or maybe getting to, like, I don't know, 10 million or something or whatever. I don't know what a good score is in Pac-Man. I don't think it's 10 million. I think it's maybe like a million, whatever. But yeah, for somebody like him who is playing at such a high level, for somebody like me, I don't think it makes a lot of difference. I mean, I've got a Mike made me a, what do you call it? He made me a Donkey Kong controller, and it's 4-way. It's only 4-way, which is great. But for me, I don't really see a massive amount to kind of be gained with getting one. But no, sorry, Alan, I haven't actually heard of it. Holly's saying there, she always makes a point of giving feedback on eBay, good or bad. Yeah. Dale, what are you talking about, Australian edition? Oh, yeah, that's the, so that's the A1200. Yeah, in fact, that A1200, if you're in Australia, then you're fine to pick it up. But if you're not, then don't, because it's going to be upside down. And that is just not a good thing. There you go, Ox. Now, tell me, Ox, was it a guy called... Was this a guy, I'm sure his nickname began with X, like Xerox or Zion or something. Was that the guy that gave away all his machines about... You're probably talking 2005, something like that. Because if that was the guy, there was a guy that was on Yak Yak, that was the website that I told you I had to kind of come up with MainMeister for. And he basically had a collection of systems before collecting old systems was a thing. And one day he just decided he wanted to get rid of everything. I think he was moving house and he didn't want to sell anything. Probably because back then people wouldn't pay a lot of money. I mean, you could get a Commodore 64 for 20 quid 10 years ago. Now you're probably looking at, I don't know, 80, 90, 100 quid for a decent version. And he basically said, look, I would rather give them away if people can tell me what they want, they can have it. I ended up getting a VIC-20, a BBC Master, and there was some other computer. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. There was another computer that I got. Can't remember. Interesting, Ox, if that was the same guy. I'm sure his name began with X. Why is this? What's this? There's a new Nintendo 3DS XL. Let's have a look. Nintendo 3DS XL. I didn't think they were still making them. I don't know. I'm looking at... Nintendo handhelds. Oh no, there's one there. Amazon. It doesn't actually tell you how much it is. I don't know. Is it a particular? I don't know. I mean, I think they sell for about 140 quid. I thought that was kind of the going rate for them. Ox, not quite sure. Evening, Mark. Whatever. Al, have you seen the full size arcade 1-ups? Oh, I haven't. Excellent, but expensive, but looks excellent. I actually saw, where was I? I was through in, what's the name? Smith's Toy Shop. I was through there a couple of weeks ago with my daughter, and I saw for the first time one of the little 1-up it was Mortal Kombat, I think, which I've got no interest in playing. I wouldn't even be interested in. In fact, I would go as so far as to say, if somebody says to me, do you want an original Mortal Kombat machine and you can have it for free, other than being able to sell it and make money, I wouldn't be interested. I'm not a fan of Mortal Kombat at all. But yeah, the one ups, they're nice, but they're gimmicks. They're too small. So I've not seen the full size one, Mark. I'm gonna guess, and I think I'm probably right. It's going to be emulation. It's not going to be, so. Other than getting a full size kind of arcade experience, it's going to be a Raspberry Pi. It's not going to be any better than what I've got at the moment. How much are they selling for, Mark? Just out of curiosity. Evening, Kenny. How are you, Squire? Sorry, Kenny. You're saying no. I don't know what you were referring to at that point. Oh, right. I know what he's talking about. Right, okay. I might have to speak very nicely to Mr. Axeman. Axeman is one of my long-term mates. Him and I have been palling about together since about 1985, and he's the reason I love Rolling Thunder and what have you. He was one of the other four pals that made this video. Like I said, I would have to, if I was going to do that, I would have to get permission. I know there's one guy in particular that would probably say, no chance, absolutely no chance. So it might not be. Yeah, I think actually I'll probably have to retract that, because, and I'm not talking about Axeman. I think he would let me do it if there was going to be money going to charity. But there is this one other person which I know he wouldn't be happy. In fact, I would go as far as to say, if I was to do it, he would probably be pissed off. So, nah, you're not going to see it. But anyway. Goonies, it isn't. All right, are you talking about our home video? You know what? This is a fact. I have never seen the Goonies. I've never seen Blade Runner. I've never seen any of the Godfather films. So I've not seen Blade Runner. I thought the Matrixes were all shit. And I've never seen a single episode of I was going to say X Factor, X Files. Never ever seen them. Not interested. LFC saying there, the Specky 128 toast rack goes for a pretty penny nowadays. Yeah, they always have gone for quite a bit of money. Yep, 4-way machines, Pac-Man, Burger Time. What's that Holly saying there? I only recently found out Williams Sinistar used a 49-way micro switch. Bloody hell! I didn't even know that was a thing, Holly. Why would you have that? That is mental. Planes, Trains and Automobiles has just started in Comedy Central. See, I knew we should have got Dell into the stream. Right, just quickly browsing through. Yeah, to be fair, Kenny, you did do a bit of mean nunchucks back in the day. Yeah, one of the things I mentioned, I think last week, I've been kind of desperate to get a new hobby since kind of hanging up my running shoes. And 2 years ago, I think it was, Axeman. I'm going to call him Axeman. I shouldn't really use proper names. Online, Axeman came to my house, and I was telling him, I said, I'm a bit fed up. I quite fancy doing, what about the martial arts? Now, he's been doing martial arts for many, many years. So I went along to this class about 2-3 years ago, and then COVID kicked in and everything stopped. But over Christmas, again, I was just feeling a wee bit sorry for myself, and I was fed up, and I'm like, oh God, I need to get a new hobby, because a lot of my kind of like real life, not that all you guys are wonderful, I love you all to bits, apart from Dale, obviously. he's a cunt. But I love Dell's mum. Dell's mum's awesome. Um, yeah, I was talking to Axeman, and I was telling him, I said, could I maybe come along to your martial arts? So yeah, I went along. Evening, George. How are you, mate? Happy New Year, buddy. I went along. What day was it? Yesterday? Yeah, was it yesterday? Ah, it was yesterday. Yeah, yeah. I went along to my very, very, very first martial arts class, and I have to say, I was literally shitting bricks. I was so nervous going in. Um, I mean, I've been for give me an interview in front of a panel anytime. I've started new jobs. I've done talks in front of people. I come on online and talk to fucking anybody. Whatever, doesn't bother me. Holy shit! Going into a martial arts class for the first time as an old bloke, um, I looked like a fish out of water. I had this t-shirt on actually, smelly bastard. And yeah, I looked completely out of sorts. But I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was an hour and a half the class. So there's a beginners class that's going to be starting up next Wednesday, which I'm going to go. But the biggest thing for me was apart from being shown four kicks, Kenny, I think it was kick, straight kick, inside kick, outside kick, and I also got shown a forearm as well. I was in my bed last night and I woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning and I started rehearsing this forearm in my head. Uh, he flailed about like a drowning cockroach. You're being complimentary, Kenny. Yeah, but you know what? Brilliant fun, and the best thing was the people are so nice. People were really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to getting back. And Kenny, what's the official name? Because Lee, my girlfriend, I don't know why, but she used to do nunchucks back in the day. I have no idea why. She also apparently used to use a katana. I have no idea. Don't know why. Um, what are they called again? Joe Jobs or something? No, I know Cook Sul Wan. That one. That's the name of the martial art. It's mixed martial arts. I did read it's called the Rolls Royce of martial arts. So there you go. There's so many disciplines. There's what do you call it? There's wrestling. There's kicking. There's punching. There's throwing. There's using different weapons and all that kind of stuff. There's so many things. And what was quite interesting was I went along. There's people of all ages. Jewel Bong. Ah, that's it. I was nowhere near. Um, there's people of all ages. There was young kids. I think there might have been a couple of people older than me as well. But it was great. I really enjoyed it. I know it's early days, but I'm looking forward to getting back on Wednesday. So yeah, don't fuck with me. I'll karate chop you maybe in about 5 years' time. So anyway, good stuff. Right, listen, how are we doing for time? We're kind of time's wearing on. I'm going to watch. I've got a film that I want to watch, so I'm going to get going shortly. We've discussed that Evergear and Main Meister. Yeah, well, the very very last thing I was just going to touch on. We Me and a few mates went to what do you call it? Where did we go? We went to Arcade Club, and I think it was the 27th of November, just before Christmas, and we had an absolute epic time. Really, really good. And I know we've said, or at least I've said, that we're going to get back down again. I mean, it doesn't have to be something that's arranged months away. All you need to do is get a hotel room booked, and then go book your arcade club. So I was kind of thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe kind of May time, something like that. Get another kind of another what do you call it, road trip down to Arcade Club. I know, Kate, sorry, Axeman, you would absolutely love it. And so would George. You would love it as well. It's like, imagine the best arcade ever, and then times that by 5, and you're kind of pretty much where what Arcade Club's all about. 16 quid, and 16 quid, and you've got free access to 300 odd games. Yeah, I'll give you a shout. Absolutely, when it's going to be. Like I says, we just get a, what I'll do is when we're getting near the time, I'll mention it, and then we'll agree a date, and then we'll get hotel. It's the Bury, what do you call it, Bury Travel Lodge. If you book now, in fact, let me just have a quick. Now, I'm not going to do it just now. I always fanny about. Thanks, George. What was I going to say? Yeah, you'll get a hotel room. Probably if we booked it in the next couple of weeks, whatever, you'll probably get it for about 30, 40 quid. So yeah, we'll get. I think we need to get an arcade club road trip in May. We're not going to, and then maybe we can get one in November again. The only thing about November was the weather was absolutely shit. We had, was it tornado? What's it called? Tornado, not tornado. Storm Arwen. That's the one. Yep, Storm Arwen. Um, yeah, again, trees lying everywhere. It was like something out of a Hollywood film. Mental. So yeah, let's go for an arcade club road trip in May. I'm actually going down. Where am I going? I'm going to Birmingham in I'm going to Birmingham in April. I'm taking my daughter down to going to Birmingham to Insomnia. Now, I know insomnia, you probably watch my videos and you think insomnia, can't get to sleep. In fact, my videos are actually excellent. They're an excellent cure for insomnia. Insomnia is a video games exhibition, and it's all modern games. I mean, I think they might have had a very, very small selection of any classic arcade games. Arcade games, can't even speak, but it's all modern stuff. It's my daughter loves it. There's big YouTubers go along and that kind of stuff. I mean, the last time I was there, I think we queued for about an hour and a half to speak to some 14-year-old who was like a YouTube. She's got like 10 million subscribers on YouTube, but it's great, So if anybody happens to be going down, it's called Insomnia. It's at the Birmingham NEC, and it's the 16th, I think it is. I think it runs from like the 15th to the 18th of April, sorry. And we're going down traveling down to Birmingham on the 15th. And then, we're going to stay overnight in Birmingham on the Friday night. Go to Insomnia. We're staying at the Travel Lodge at the airport, so we've got a 10-minute walk, and then we'll come back up the road. It finishes at 6, and we've got a 5-hour drive back up the road, but I don't mind that. Probably stop for a McDonald's or something coming back up. Steve's saying there, Insomnia, isn't that where 80% of the stuff is stalls trying to sell you useless crap? You're kind of partly right, Steve. I mean, all these exhibitions thing, there's always a big part of people trying to sell stuff, which is fair enough. But there's a lot of variety. I mean, yeah, if you want to buy, I mean, I'm sure when I was down the last time, I saw, and bear in mind, this is before graphics cards went through the roof. I saw a PC. It was a gaming PC, and I'm sure it was about £7,000 for this gaming PC, and I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought maybe 500 quid was a lot of money for a PC, but yeah, this was like £7,000 for a gaming PC. Is mental. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to be down there in April, 15th April. But yeah, let's get a road trip organised. In fact, I'm going to put it out here now. I think, yeah, let's get it organised. I'll maybe mention it again on Sunday. We'll try and come up with a date. We'll get a date fixed, and then we'll make people aware of it, and we'll make it happen. Again, what we'll probably do is I'll take my car. I can pick up Axeman. We can pick up a few people as well, and we'll get that going. So, anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to get going. There's a film I want to watch. I was going to say it's coming on shortly. It's not. It's on it's on demand, so I can put it on whenever I want. Listen, thanks very much for watching the video tonight. Thanks again for being understanding. I know I'm not putting out as much content at the moment. I have got a few videos up my sleeve, so to speak, and yeah, I'm going to be along on Sunday, 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock, unless I get hit with a bus, in which case I will be dead. And yeah, listen, finally, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching and have an absolute sublime weekend.